Oh, I want baby girl.
Don't baby girl me. How many of your groupies you call baby girl? Is Tisha a baby girl? Is Amanda a baby girl too? And who the hell is Bonquisha? Is that even a name?
Man, I can't
What is going on, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to Sharane's World. This is that Thirsty Thursday awareness. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. It's Thirsty Thursday awareness, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yes, just making sure everybody's getting the tools, using them. It's that Thirsty Thursday early awareness right here with Sharane World on YouTube. Let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yeah, welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. We're gonna welcome everybody on YouTube, everybody on my Facebook support page, and everybody that's on my Facebook main page as well. Welcome to everybody. We're gonna get right into Sharane's World. Good morning. It's that Thursday Thursday awareness. Good morning, good morning. It is that Thursday Thursday awareness right here with Sharane's World. Everybody, let's go. Good morning, everybody. I'm just hoping everybody is safe, no matter who you are, male or female. Let's go. Let's welcome all my victims, all my survivors, all my thrivers, or anybody that's out there that just want to educate yourself. And you already know. Let's give a big round of applause to you narcissistic men and women up out here in these streets, okay? Yes, yes, as big round of applause to you guys. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday and Sharane World is here. I'm a peer mentor survivor for all men and women right here locally in Binghamton and the surrounding areas. And I also spread awareness nationwide. All right. I'm an advocate for the community. I'm a peer mentor survivor for the community, ladies and gentlemen. No matter if you're a male or a female. Okay. So it's Thirsty Thursday. You already know what goes down on a Thirsty Thursday. Them narcissists is lurking, them clubs, them bars, them shingdings, them after hour spots, everything's going. And plus, there's still more events that's going on right here locally in Binghamton. Yeah, so while these events is going on, make sure while you out there, you're not getting love bombed, swindled, gaslit, used, or manipulated by anybody that you just met up out here in these streets. Also, if you are actively in a situation, please make sure that you reach out to these licensed advocates so you could be able to get the help that you need so you can be safe. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about practicing healthy relationships. We are talking about practicing no contact. We are talking about breaking the cycle. All right. That's what you guys have to learn how to do. All right. It is Thursday, and the narcissists and the domestic violence people are lurking for their supply. They are lurking to do whatever it is. You could be the supply. Remember, I always say that whatever you're supplying them can be the supply. All right. When you start removing the supply from somebody that has domestic violence issues or narcissistic issues, all right, you will see their true colors. You will see how they act. Some of them will try to swindle you and be nice, and some of them will get angry and make it seem like it's all your fault, right? But ladies and gentlemen, remember, that's not what you signed up for when you first got into that relationship, okay? Remember, this person didn't act like this when you first got with this person, right? And also remember, everybody out here don't have narcissistic issues, okay? But you can definitely sniff out and you can tell who has these traits up out here in the street. Yes, yes, yes. It's absolutely real, ladies and gentlemen. It's real. I keep saying domestic violence is real because it is. Some people may joke about it. Some people may think that is just not. It's the person's fault and X, Y, and Z. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that, you know, it's not your fault what you're going through, no matter who you are. Remember that you didn't sign up to deal with somebody that has toxic issues. Okay. You may have fell in love with somebody that has these issues and you tried to help them out the best way that you can, and you lost yourself in between that situation. Now, the whole goal is for you to stop losing yourself and for you to find your strength again, for you to find who you are, so you can get up out the clown show no matter who you are. I don't care if you're a male, all right? Because men go through it too, and to all the females out there as well, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sharane's World, okay? And on Thursdays, we all know the narcissists, male or female, they're out there. They're looking for their supply, right? They're gonna be in the bars. They're gonna be in the clubs. Tomorrow's Friday, so what the week is starting to wind down, and school is starting to come back in for New York State. So all these parties, all these events, is all gonna be popping up for these narcissists and these people to go to, and they're gonna be out there. Or they could be asking you to take them out of town to go places out of town, like y'all are some happy couple or something. In all reality, you're probably funding most of that expense out there. All right. And remember, they have their cars registered to other people. All right. You can't go for that's my grandma, that's my mom, that's my sister, that's my cousin. If you ain't never meet these people and you physically don't know these people's names, how can you trust that? I'm telling you right now, these narcissists, whether they're a male or a female, speaking for example, they put their cars under other females' names, okay? And it's absolutely disgusting. And also, you have females too that will do that, all right? And you're not even married to these people. You understand what I'm saying? And you got your cars registered to you for them to drive around and treat you like trash while they have multiple supplies in them cars. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I advocate so much about do not register no cars, do not put car insurance in your name, because how they operate. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you will be stuck with that financial burden. You will be stuck with all of those situations, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so make sure y'all pay attention and don't get loved on and swindled. Because I keep telling you, if you're dealing with my narcissistic ex, you're definitely going through those things. All right, you're definitely like they don't see no wrong in what they're doing, right? That's like saying to the devil, what are you doing? Right? Because they don't see no wrong in what they're doing. So it's like you're playing with a demon child, ladies and gentlemen. Get up at the clown show. And when you get up at the clown show, start educating yourself, start healing. Make sure people are respecting your boundaries. If they cannot respect your boundaries, just know that they are going to keep disrespecting you, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you keep pleading to them to respect you. It's not going to happen. And just know if you caught them up multiple times, they're going to keep doing it no matter how many times they tell you that they're sorry. This is how they operate. Okay. They have to have those supplies. It's like something in them that they cannot sit down with just one person and work out the relationship with that one person and go through the ups and downs with one person. Narcissistic people with those type of issues have to have multiple supplies in a cup. Okay. Oh, absolutely. They have to have multiple supplies. They have to have some kind of drama going. They have to have some weird energy going. They do dumb stuff on the internet. It's just crazy. And here's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let me say this like this, because it's Thirsty Thursday awareness right here on Sharane World on YouTube. Okay? Let me put it like this. When I'm out and about and I'm in a public and, I'm talking to people, it could be men, females, whatever, but I'm gonna tell you, sometimes it could be people that I may know or whatever the case may be, and they be like, oh, what is a narcissist? Or you tell them what a narcissist is, and they be like, oh, that's not a narcissist, such. Listen, let me tell you something. For the ones that's trying to, um, when you're being told what a narcissist is and you're being But when it's being broken down to you and you're still trying to um, judge that, you have a problem. That means that you're a narcissist, you know? You have a big issue. That means you are a narcissist. Because I had somebody stop and say, oh, somebody said that they were a narcissist and X, Y, and Z. And then they asked me, what is a narcissist? So I broke it down to them what a narcissist is. I gave them, little examples. And they're like, oh, no, that's not a narcissist. Well, somebody told me I was a well, evidently you might be a narcissist then, because let me tell you something, right? You're not gonna sit here and trying to pity pick on what a narcissist is. Evidently, you don't even know what a narcissist is. You get what I'm saying? This is why I say everybody out here in the streets in Boone County, no matter where you're located, make sure you guys look up what is narcissistic personality disorder. What are their traits? Not just what is a narcissist. What is narcissistic personality disorder? Because when you're dealing with somebody that's a narcissist, that means that they have some type of narcissistic personality disorder, even if they've never been diagnosed by a licensed therapist or a doctor, right? You can still see it. You can still see those traits, even without the person being diagnosed. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say open up your third eye when you are dealing with these situations. All right. And pay attention when somebody is telling you how they operate, what they do. Only a narcissist would try to sit there and battle you and tell you it's something absolutely different. Okay. Because they don't want to see the real, they don't want to hear the truth. All right, that's when you know you're dealing with somebody that got narcissistic issues. And I'm not saying put that on everybody, but I'm just saying, I had a conversation with somebody. Like I said, I speak out with the public when I'm out and about on the street, and I had a male try to tell me that that's not what a narcissist is and try to break it down in their own little fairy tale way. No, do your research. Understand what is a narcissist, ladies and gentlemen, okay? What is narcissistic personality disorder and what is narcissistic abuse? Because narcissistic abuse is an emotional and psychological manipulation by someone who seeks power, admiration, and control over others. Common tactics include gaslighting, making you question your reality, love bombing, followed by emotional withdrawal, blaming you for everything, silent treatment, manipulation, constant criticism, controlling behavior, isolation from family and friends, lying and deception, emotional neglect, threats, and intimidation. Over time, narcissistic abuse can damage confidence, self worth, and emotional well being. So this is why I'm saying to you narcissistic men and women out there in these streets, when you're coming up to me and you're asking what is a narcissist, and Sharane World breaks it down to you and give you different ways of what it is. Don't try to judge it because 9 times out of 10, somebody told you that you were a narcissist, right? And now you're trying to ask me what is a narcissist, and I break it down to you. And then you're still trying to pity pick and figure out that that's not a yes, I'm telling you, you need to figure out, do your homework, educate yourself on what a narcissist is. What is narcissistic abuse? What is narcissistic personality disorder? There are different types of narcissists out there. Okay, you have the coverts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have the common narcissists. You have different types of narcissists that are out there, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to pay attention. When these people are trying to battle you and tell you that's not what a narcissist is, then they have a major, big problem. Advocates ain't got time for that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, use your tools, stay focused, know what's going on, educate yourself. This is what I'm saying. Educate yourself so y'all don't be standing there looking like a fool. Because when somebody is literally in a narcissistic relationship and they don't know they're in a narcissistic relationship, when they're telling people their story, people can look at them like, what is going on, right? Because they don't notice that this person is in a narcissistic relationship compared to maybe a domestic relationship, right? And most people that be sitting in these narcissistic relationships can deal with people that has narcissistic personality disorders and also have domestic violence tendencies as well. And they could also have other mental issues ladies and gentlemen. So pay attention, stay focused. Remember, it's all about healing, right? Everybody has a past. Everybody's been in and out through them doors. Everybody's been through something. Everybody's been in jail for something. Everybody's been through something, but it's all about how you change your ways when you're coming back out into this world. Because anybody could say whatever they want to say about you, but it's all about, did this person change? Do you see the change? Do you see them changing? Do you see the outcome? Like, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you have to pay attention to because everybody has one. Everybody has a past. You just have to make sure that, is this person changed? Did they heal? You know, are they still going through that bad juju, negative stuff? No. This person is, they healed. They moved on with their life. They're doing so much better than what they did. You can definitely tell when somebody changed their life, ladies and gentlemen. So pay attention, stay focused. Don't judge people at the end of the day because they went through something. It's all about that they heal. Now, it's a different story when you're dealing with people that been through things and then they come out here and they start acting toxic, like these narcissistic females. You understand what I'm saying? That's a big difference. So this is why Sharane World is here, and I call out all situations right here on YouTube. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. It's that Thirsty Thursday morning awareness right here on Sharane World, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all staying focused. Listen, don't be out here doing with no street pharmacists. Yeah, because they out here. They lurking. They definitely need their supply. Don't be out there driving for them too because they got warrants. Or they scared they gonna get pulled over because they don't know if they got a warrant. Crazy work how they operate up out here, right? And another thing, remember, just because a judge sends a warrant in the mail don't mean that these people are gonna show up. They're not. They're gonna give them people a run for their money. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane World, everybody, right here on YouTube. I appreciate everybody. This is all about peace. This is all about awareness. I'm here for the community. Understand what I'm saying? You know, whatever you talk about with me, it stays safe with me because it's confidential at the end of the day. We don't tell people business. We don't, none of that. That's not how things go, especially when my victims is coming to me and they're telling me stories, deep stories or whatever the case may be. I shine the light on situations, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to tell you something. In Broome County, we're going to figure out how to get policies. We're going to figure out how to get things changing. We're going to figure out how to get our victims and survivors and thrivers and people that want to get educated about this, aware about these situations, about domestic violence, narcissistic abuse, toxic abuse, family abuse. It's all out there. Because when it falls under the bracket of domestic violence, when you go through that court, there's something that needs to be done about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. Either they need to be placed on probation, parole. They need to be doing something mandatory. It has to be something done about these people, right? Whether they're a male or a female. And this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here. I'm going to be voicing for things like that. If we can't get them on a registry list, there's going to be other ways to protect our victims and survivors. We're tired of all the protections being violated. We're tired of these narcissists and these DV people keep coming back. We're tired of all of this. But ladies and gentlemen, there has to be a way to help out the victim and also keep their batterer away for them to go get help for themselves. And honestly, it's not all about helping the batterer, right? It's not helping the suspect, right? We're not trying to help that DV person. But what we're trying to do is help the community stay safe at the end of the day. Because when they keep going through them doors in and out, and they keep getting new victims, and they violating orders, ACD orders, and catching new charges and things like that, something has to be done. And I get it. It's that no bail reform right here in New York State. I get it. That's what's stopping everything. But I'm going to tell you something. There has to be other ways when it comes to domestic violence. Because it's real. When it comes to any type of domestic violence situation, and they come through them doors, male or female, there needs to be consequences on that very first day. Not the second day, not the third try, not the fifth try. All right? That very first day they come through them doors and stand in front of that judge, there needs to be proper steps and actions that needs to be taken. There needs to be consequences from right then and there. Domestic violence needs to be nipped in the butt from day one when a person sits in front of that judge. And then it works its way through the court system. There has to be some way to protect our victims and our survivors and our thrivers from these horrible people. Because all they do is come back out and they start their shing ding shows all up all again. And they bother these victims and they make them look crazy. They love bomb them, swindle them. Some people end up unalive, ladies and gentlemen. It is real. Like I said, my boots are on the ground for Boone County and the surrounding areas and nationwide, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane World, everybody. It's that Thirsty Thursday awareness. You already know Sharane World is here. You know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is Friday. My show go live on the air every Friday on the WBDY 99.5, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Alright. And if you do not get 99.5, you can also check me out online. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, at wbdy.online. And that will take you right on over to the radio station. So when I'm live on the air at 6 p.m. every Friday, you can tune into Sharane World and listen to it on the internet. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, it's real up out here. Also, alright, stay focused. Tune into my show. Y'all can call into my radio show no matter where you're located. You can send some love, some support. You can spread a little awareness for a few seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, come start the conversation right on Sharane World. If you want to be a guest as well, call in. I can tell you how to be a guest, how to get it going, ladies and gentlemen, okay? The whole goal is for me to create a space for other people to get their voice. So other people can share what they have going on with themselves when it comes to domestic violence or anything with the mental health when it comes to domestic violence, because survivors do go through things, right? Survivors go through a lot of things, like the Sharane World, right? I'm dealing with a autoimmune disease, which is lupus. You know, I'm dealing with, so much things after coming out of a narcissistic relationship. It's like, wow, right? So now I have to stay in tune. I have to make sure I'm focused. I have to make sure this stuff of the domestic, the narcissist is not getting to me, right? I have to make sure, like, I'm being healthy. I'm staying focused out here in these streets. On top of making sure that I'm spreading awareness to all my ladies and gentlemen out here, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say when you come out these situations, please make sure that you reach out to your doctor to make sure that you're feeling good, because who would have known that after dealing with such a toxic, nasty, narcissistic relationship that I would be dealing with lupus or, just all the other medical things that I could be dealing with right now. And I look so normal, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I do. But this is what it is, right? Coming out of a narcissistic relationship, my story is still going, ladies and gentlemen. I still have a story to tell. There's still more to go, right? There's still more to go. 2024 to 2026, there's still more to go. And do I feel like if I never got into the narcissistic relationship, or if I would have never met that narcissist, Mr. Smith, if I would have never met Mr. Smith, do I feel like I would have had lupus or been tested positive for an autoimmune disease and things like that? Honestly, I ask myself that question every day, but I don't beat myself down on that. You understand what I'm saying? Because then you go mental. But I do ask that question, like, dang, if I didn't get with Mr. Smith, do you think you'll be going through these things right now medically? Nah. Because I don't think I would have been so, like, depressed or, like, the things that I was going through. Like I said, I'm healed, right? So I'm an advocate, I'm a peer mentor, so I'm coming out and talking to you guys about the things that I went through so it can help you guys. But what I'm saying is, I didn't beat myself down. I just asked those questions, and then I'm like, you know what? This is what you have to deal with now. You understand what I'm saying? While you was with that person and actively leaving out that situation, these are the things you started to deal with as you was leaving, and God told you, listen, your life is more important than the narcissist, right? Your life is very important. So I had to deal with everything of my medical life, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, if you really, 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 go back through my channel, right? Go all the way back to like February, March, April, May. You will see the times that I was going in and out of the ER. You understand what I'm saying? I was saying it was allergic reactions and things like that and headaches. You will see, because those are the things I was dealing with, actively coming out of this narcissistic situation. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay focused, pay attention, okay? And it's real. You could lose your life. You understand what I'm saying? So, make sure y'all stay focused when y'all coming out of these narcissistic relationships, these domestic violence relationships. Men, you too, stay focused as well. Ladies, stay focused. It's real up out here in Broome County. I appreciate everybody for viewing my channel. Let's go. It's that Thirsty Thursday awareness right here with Sharane World. Alrighty. And make sure y'all stay focused. Don't get love bombed. Don't let nobody emotionally abuse you. Don't let nobody verbally abuse you, psychologically abuse you, financially abuse you, or sexually abuse you. Don't let them digitally abuse you, or do not allow them to stalk you or physically abuse you. It is real out here. Domestic violence is real. Y'all stay focused and welcome to Sharane World right here on YouTube. Let's go. It's that Thirsty Thursday early morning awareness, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all stay tuned for the later Thirsty Thursday awareness. Let's go. Later, everybody.
You got a long way to go. Rock with me now.